Hello, everyone, and welcome to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real life bards play Dungeons and Dragons. Before we roll the starting titles, we do have a few sponsors that we need to shout out. The first sponsor is D&D Beyond. Do you want to have all your resources conveniently in one place? Do you hate math? Look no further. D&D Beyond has all of the digital resources you could possibly need, including books, dice, and the ability to homebrew to your heart's content. Our second sponsor is Effects May Vary, an awesome local band from Newmarket, Ontario, who specialize in making sure you always have your daily prescription for hard rock. Be sure to check out our music on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you're most comfortable listening to your favorite tunes. And follow our Facebook and other socials for show dates and announcements. Our newest song, Torn, is available to stream now, so enjoy it. And remember, as always, individual effects may vary. There is also our Patreon, where we have a tier for every level of generosity. One includes being shouted out at the end of all Dire Bear games, and another includes voice acting lessons with one of the talented players in our network of games. Finally, we have merch. Do you want a sweater, a shirt, or maybe even a mouse pad with that awesome Dire Bear logo? Be sure to check out the Pride section in our merch store as well. Even though it's no longer Rainbow Month, we will always show our colors. We also have t-shirts, sweaters, and sweatpants, stickers, and tank tops. So go ahead and check out our merch page where you can find whatever your heart desires.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. The last we left off, the party made their way into the plains, where they immediately stumbled upon a rather large massacre of both horses and uh, all of Bavidius's Minotaur companions, wherein they went to investigate and immediately got attacked by a series of carrion crawlers who harried the party to the point where one of them didn't walk away. And unfortunately, Fidget lost his. I just saw his face on the stream.
You
Serious,
did this
alright.
to yourself.
I know! Okay, so unfortunately, Fidget is not with any of us this evening. Um, and so the last we left off, Rendell was moving back towards the cart in with a lifeless Fidget in his arms, and Bavidius was moving in the opposite direction to figure out which of his clan members that he needs to now bury. And in those last moments, Nyx turned and followed Bavidius, and that is precisely where we left off. So, Bavidius, again, the stench of death is kind of just clinging to everything around you. You can't turn anywhere without seeing blood or gore and just feeling that sickly tingle of the smell of iron and rot just assaulting the inside of your nose. And now that everything has finally fallen still, that's kind of the moment when everything, just the magnitude of all of this death, just hits you directly in the chest.
Mm-hmm. I think I just slowly kind of walk towards. I'm ignoring the horses. I don't care about the horses. I'm moving straight towards my clan members that I can see. Roughly how many do I see in the field?
About 10.
About
And
10.
then there are about 6 more just kind of scattered, the individuals that tried to run away and got cut down as they were trying to flee.
Right. Um, I don't know if anybody else has followed me into the field here. I'm sure people are tending their own wounds after the fight with the worms
I'm
and
following.
everything. Brentazar's following. Okay. I'm silently going to. There's a pathway that runs through the field or something like that. Anything, or like a clearing perhaps where there's no tall grass.
So all of the grass here has been trampled, essentially.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of pick a spot and start picking up and carrying all of the minotaurs that I can find to that spot and lining them up so that I see who's who. Are my parents among them?
No, they are not.
Okay. Um, what
There
about
are a few faces you do recognize.
hmm people that I would specifically be looking for would be the clan elder Marwina, and no, she's not there.
She is not present.
Okay. Um, and perhaps perhaps some of the youths that I would have grown up with. Do I see any of anyone specific that would have been in my age cohort growing up?
You do see a couple familiar faces, and they're familiar because you've seen them all your life.
Yeah.
These were your friends, your best friends. And they rose in the ranks within the clan the same way that you did, right up until the moment you left, and probably continued ascending after you were gone.
hmm
So that is why they were here, and they laid down their lives in the way that they did.
So I'm picking them all up. I'm lining them up in a row. I'm gonna once everybody's kind of lined up together, that's when I'll I guess start looking for a shovel because I don't know if I have one. Uh, yeah, I did not. I do not have a shovel in my equipment.
Oh, yeah, I don't think.
You don't cremate your minotaurs?
You know what? Maybe given the nature of the carrion worms that we found, maybe it's best to do exactly that.
Yeah.
I will help you build a pyre.
Thank you.
You guys are relatively still close to a forest, so building a pyre should be an effort of time, not an effort of
Yeah,
effort.
and
Yeah.
it's time that I think Bovidius wants to spend here. He wants to make sure that he's honoring his people as best as he can.
Mhm.
So,
If we could locate 8 shovels, I can turn into an octopus.
How are you gonna hold 8? You know what? I'm just not even gonna.
um, so, uh, as I as I'm building the pyre with Domino, I'll turn to him and say, "Do you have much family where you come from?"
Yes, very large family, very close knit ties that have extended over eons. For my elven heritage, we live centuries.
Indeed. While my race is not so long lived, we are very close knit, as I'm sure you understand. I consider every one of these people a brother, a sister, uncle, aunt, grandfather. I don't
Well,
understand why this befell our clan, peaceful
it is
hunters.
surely it's a devastating stroke, but it seems that the plight of evil spreads across the land unchecked.
I'm glad to have you by my side as we fight this battle and the ones to come.
Have we determined what caused this doom?
The vision I had when I touched Imbaro's book. I saw the dragon that we fought back in Stormfell. I watched it, lightning and fire consuming my kin. I don't know if any of them survived. I don't know why there are only so few here. We will do what is right by
Sure.
these ones.
Oh,
And sorry. We will do what is right by these
sorry, the
ones. And
pausing.
yeah, and we will find the rest. I start looking for little, like, if there's any like bird skulls or animal bones or anything that we can find in the woods. I'd probably ask Atenmir for help locating these kinds of things.
As he
Um,
just like rises up out of the grass.
yeah. um, but I'm gonna make little totems to place in the hands of each of my clan members as we put them on the pyre.
Okay. Um, so as you put each of them on the pyre, it's not alight yet.
No.
And the it's there's you feel rather mixed about this because you know that the traditional burial rites of your clan are in fact burial,
Hmm.
so that their bodies can decompose into the ground and become the grass. And the grass feeds your horses. And your horses are what drives and provides for your clan. So, in a way, this feels a little bit wrong. But there's also that little part of your heart that knows for a fact that this is the the best that you can do in the worst type of situation. So perhaps it's time for minotaurs to fly.
I think I look out over all of my family here and I'll say, brothers, sisters, forgive me for breaching tradition. And know that I will see you soon when my work is done. And I'll put the torch to the pyre.
Okay? As the crackling flames begin to catch and then spread, consuming one by one the fallen bodies of your brethren. And the smoke begins to ascend up towards the clouds. How long do you wait?
I wait until the last coal is done burning. I think I sink to my knees pretty early on.
Okay, so as
Both from the smell of the field and from the emotional load of saying goodbye like this to so many. But I stay there with my family until they are completely gone.
so as you're waiting there for the hours that it's going to take to for this huge funeral pyre to burn down to nothing more than ash. What's going through Vividius's mind right now?
it's a mixture of things because there's obviously the heavy emptiness of so many people that you consider family, whether blood relation or not. There so many people gone at once. Um, Having to say goodbye to them in this way, having to clean up such a brutal mess, like that's an emotional toll, and he's wrestling with that. Um, but also, when all of this started, he hadn't seen them in 10 years. He hadn't his last furlough home was 10 years ago. And so uh, when all of this began, part of his excitement about his discharge and rejoining civilian life was to come here to see these people. And this is the homecoming that he got. And he's thinking, maybe if I had retired a year earlier, maybe if I had um, retired a week earlier, I could have been here with them when this happened. Um, and then, of course, once that goes through his mind, he combats it with better that I wasn't here, so they have someone left to avenge them. Um, but ultimately, between all of these different emotions, eventually he just starts to feel numb as the heat from the fire washes over him, and the tears stop falling because there's none left that can come.
So, during all of this time, what is everyone else doing? Do you choose to stand in silent prayer with your compatriot as he says goodbye to part of his clan?
Yes.
Or are there more pressing things that must be done?
Don't judge me like that. Like, we all know what's happening. It's not fair.
To be fair, you just met me yesterday.
Yeah, so like
So how, like, are there any birds hanging around or anything? Like, how fresh is this?
um they've there's they've been dead for a bit. At least 3 or 4 days. That's why the carrion crawlers were attracted to the corpses.
Mhm.
Okay,
They can
are
smell
there
the
any other
decay.
sort of feeders lurking about?
Yeah, ravens
Do
and
I
crows.
spot any?
Plenty of insects. The insects are always the first to show up. Um,
Can I talk to insect?
so, biology-wise, insects are in fact animals, so I will allow that.
Okay, we need to locate some bugs.
Find a minute with Charlotte. Insects are animals,
Okay, so I'm gonna
as are
meander
snails.
over. Okay,
Yep.
Charlotte, I'll find a snail. Okay.
You want to find a
No,
snail?
listen, I want to go to where the bodies were, and then if there's something I could speak to,
Okay.
I want to have a chat.
There are plenty of things to speak to. Which would you prefer to have a conversation with? There are crows, there are bugs. Um,
Well, you said the bugs were the first to arrive,
the bugs are
and
always
thusly,
scientifically they're always the first to arrive.
well, I'm gonna go with the punctual beetle.
Okay.
The
His name
punctual
is now
beetle.
Punctual Beetle.
It's a good. It sounds
Yeah.
like a
Um,
like an auto-generated name on something.
so you
Punctual
find
beetle.
this thin-bodied, like sleek black beetle with these long black antennae. This is called a corpse beetle, which is a
I
real
have
thing.
Mhm.
speak with animals as a pretext on this.
Okay. Um, so the beetle is like just kind of making its way through the grass, and you could just hear humana 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 humana. Something smells good. Something smells so good. Hum, nom, nom, nom.
What an unfortunate beetle. Is there any nearby with a less irritating voice, or is that? No, let's.
Nope.
Are we going for Paul level
Absolutely not.
irritating
Like,
or Ringo level irritating?
I like
I'm just
Ringo, and I will
imagining
defend
he's like
him in his songs about
he
submarines.
casts the spell and then goes around just looking for the beetle with the least irritating voice.
One walks by and it's like, oh boy, I can't wait to exposit all this
Boy.
important dialogue. It's like, no,
He
not that
smells
one.
so great. Hopefully nobody bothers me on my way there.
One walks by and says, "Oh boy, I hope I don't get shot by this hotel today."
Oh.
Ooh.
So let's go talk to the first corpse beetle.
Okay.
Let's go say hello to Beetle.
Hello?
You know, I got to talk to a beetle and I had questions, but you know,
Hello?
we're here and now we're talking to a beetle. So, how long have you been around here, Beetle?
Are you a god? Hello, god?
Oh boy.
Gracing little old me with your presence.
Well, I'm at a loss. What had happened here?
There's food. Lots of food.
Did you see how the food got here?
Those on ground? Eat food? Food on ground.
I think I need to find something with a higher intelligence.
The
No,
dollar word in
God! Please don't leave me.
waiting for my precious to pop out of the out of the wall.
Okay, I
Just
think
this little beetle goes like, what are you trying to put down?
Sorry to bother you, Beetle. Go about your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Food? Hamina, hamina, hamina. Hamina, hamina,
Okay.
hamina.
I'll try a different animal after someone else's turn.
Okay.
I walk over to Bavidius.
I think
Yes.
I look up to acknowledge that as you walk over, but I don't think I say anything yet.
I just put my hand on your shoulder and then just I don't know what to say, Major.
I reach my hand up and put it over yours, and I think I just say, "I'm glad I still have one brother."
So the day the Weaver takes me.
Will you wait with me?
Absolutely, sir. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
At ease, soldier. I just want my friend today.
And you shall have him.
I think I just kind of lean into you and rest my head against your leg, or if you kneel down with me against your shoulder.
I'll kneel down with you.
All right, so I'm leaning my head against
No
your
need
shoulder.
for anyone to make it awkward. I just put my arm around you and just hold you.
I point out to you, this one over here is a little younger than me. His name was Gohan, one of the Braves.
Ugh.
Over there,
What?
one of our lead foragers, Marwin. Mowena's son, the next elder. Never had the chance to lead. I don't know how I carry on this legacy.
We carried on. You carried on by making the ones who did this pay.
After that, though, what happens?
I don't know, sir. That's on you, my friend. That's something you'll have to figure out.
Will you help me?
We can tell you. Sorry. I will help you in any way I can, but we can tell you what to do with it, just like with any of this. We can tell anyone what they can do, but we can't lead you to it. It's a path you have to find. But I think they'll be proud of you once this is done. Once this is done, and you do find that path.
I hope you're right. And I think Bovidius falls silent after that.
Yeah.
Okay. While I remember, that's a point of inspiration for both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and actually, while I'm remembering, Domino also gets a point of inspiration for the previous conversation. Because you can never time a inspiration perfectly so it doesn't interrupt the flow of things. So,
Inspiration is hardly ever timely.
right?
Awarding it interrupts the thing you're awarding it for. It's the worst arrangement.
Right? But I don't remember to reward it at the end. All right. So, Attenmere, after your less than satisfactory conversation with the beetle, the punctual
It's quite
beetle,
lovely.
what else do you find in order to try and discern exactly what happened here?
I was a fool to not simply go with the bird in the first place.
Okay. So there's a fairly large raven that is just kind of hopping around on one of the horses, just kind of picking at the bits of flesh that are exposed. Seems to be full, but just kind of pecking because it's bored.
It's bored.
It's bored. It is a bored bird. Actually, you
In
can
that
hear it.
case,
You can hear it, so it's like, I don't really want any of this. I don't really want
in
any
that
of this. I'm
case,
bored.
what do I have? What could I bribe a bird with?
Something shiny.
Yeah, I'm a druid. You know, that's
Yeah.
this is the issue.
Pull a coin
Shiny
out from
pebble.
behind its ear.
There you go.
You want a rock?
Okay, let's approach bird. Let's
Oh, I know what
greet
birds like.
bird.
Smooth jazz.
I do have a double flute.
I almost got Carlton with spit shake. God damn it. I was so close.
How dare you take me on this emotional roller coaster?
I know when to insert much needed levity, sir.
Okay, so Atten will approach the bird and greet it warmly.
So it kind of looks at you and, hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Okay. Bored. Bored.
Bored.
Very full. Don't want any more.
That's understandable. Do you know what happened here?
Yes. Big lizard. Came from sky. killed all horses and cow people. And we eat the horses and the cow people.
How long ago did this happen?
3 suns, 2 moons.
That's all you remember? The lizard in the sky?
Flew away. Big lizard, quite scary.
Did you see which way it went?
It kind of like turns so that its beak is facing towards the mountains.
That makes sense. Okay.
Went that way. Followed the rest of the cow people.
Well, wait, the rest of the cow people?
This is not
What
all.
other cow
Cow
people?
people. They ran. Ran away. It chased them.
Say, Bird, do you want to make some food for a couple days?
If they could fly, they probably would have gotten away. Like me.
Do you think I could get you to help me?
In what way?
Do you think you could help us track down where the cow people went? We could feed you for a couple days as a thank you.
Maybe. What help mean?
Help you? With what?
No, what help mean? Help.
Oh, we want to we want to find the cow people, and we need you to do it.
Ah, understand. And you give food?
Food, company, someone to talk to for a few days.
I do like attention. And things that shine.
Excellent. Thank you. My name is Attenmere.
Name? What's
It's what they call me.
name? I
To-
do not have.
Would you like one? Something to call
Yes.
you?
Crody.
The only thing I think of is bored.
Crody.
Oh no, I don't want to be Brody. Okay, let's call the bird Brody.
No,
the bird.
Crody. Like Cody with an R.
Brody?
It's a raven.
Okay, even more reason to call it Crody.
Oh, Crody.
Like
I see what you're
Crody.
I heard like protein. I don't know.
Protein. Protein. Yes,
The
name the
bird.
bird Protein.
Kyle, I'm very sorry. Bird's name's Protein now.
Protein. Yes. I like protein.
I'm glad you like it. I like it too. The name just sort of appeared in my head out of nowhere with no reason. Isn't that incredible?
If things appeared in my head, I would be worried.
You know, I think you might be right, Protein. I think you might be right. And we'll return to the group with the wisdom of blank brain bird.
Protein kind of looks at you and says, "Put out arm."
Oh, okay, sure.
And he like flies over and like lands on your arm and just kind of ruffles his feathers and just sits there. Protein.
Nice. Temporary bird.
Temporary bird.
Just a 10-pound
Achievement
raven
unlocked.
on your shoulder.
Temporary bird. Oh no! Achievement unlocked. Pro team.
There you go. That's the gamer pun.
Okay. So Attenmere returns with a very proud-looking raven, just kind of settled on his arm. Domino, what are you doing?
So, not that I'm a ranger, but I will check for obvious tracks, maybe where the dragon may have landed, things of that nature.
Okay. Can you roll me a survival check? Oh, he's just.
This is the peak of
Oh,
D&D
I
brain
said a
work.
survival check, not a stealth check. There you go. Can you imagine he
that
rolls really high, just leans backwards and disappears?
Yes.
I am the ether.
I've watched it happen.
that would be a 8.
Okay. So from your judgment, it seems like this dragon kind of landed everywhere in this clearing because all of the grass has been flattened and smashed, and you can see that there are those furrows that were raked by gigantic claws into the ground. It appears to have landed and inflicted carnage that way.
Any signs of dragon blood from wounds?
With an 8, there's a lot of blood.
Okay.
Discerning one type of blood from another when all of it is first of all coagulated and secondly intermixed would be almost impossible visually.
Ovidius, I get the feeling this may have been personal for the dragon.
Personal.
As
As
a calculated strike against you. Just
in that
conjecture,
case,
but it seems kind of random otherwise.
well, in that case, we will have to teach this beast that it has sorely miscalculated.
Am I to understand that some of your clan survived?
Did Atnir tell us about his conversation with the bird yet?
No, but the bird goes, "Ah."
I, no longer speaking bird, simply look at Domino and say, I know not. I don't know if
Have
we
you
can know.
identified have you identified all of your clan present and deceased?
No. There are many that have escaped, including the elder Marwina, my parents. There are actually very few here. Too many, and yet very few. But whether that means the rest are alive, or whether that means the rest are simply over the next hill, I can't know.
That is some positive news. We'll take it as a win. Perhaps we should clarify if there are surviving members. They could possibly use some aid and protection.
Am I present for this, by the way?
If you want to be, yeah.
I mean, no, I can. Whatever.
No, if you want to be, yes.
If they're having a moment, you know.
Okay.
I need to stay here with the family I have found, but if you wish to lead a scouting mission a little further afield, I would be very thankful.
That seems like a great idea to me.
You are
At Mir, would you care to join me in a scouting mission?
Scouting mission? What are you
Yes,
scouting for?
and parentheses are survivors from the clan.
Oh,
I am
speaking of
going to stay
survivors,
here with Ovidius.
Okay.
Speaking of survivors, I heard from a little birdie, ha ha ha, there are surviving members of the clan. This
Oh,
bird.
this has been confirmed.
I'll
Well,
leap up at that.
My name is Protein.
oh, does it speak common?
No,
Okay.
Only you
He
can
says
hear
his
him.
name's
I have
Protein.
to say. So imagine it in English and then in French. Both versions of what the bird is saying.
um, so I'll leap up when you say that, and I'll say, "How do you know? Speak plainly."
Oh, this bird here. I found him. He said that a few days ago, when 2 moons, I believe, 2 suns. It was 2 suns.
3 cents.
3 suns. Thank you, Protein. The dragon had come here, and after, you know, there was a group that had gone over yonder, and he'll gesture towards the mountain. Protein has agreed to come and help us locate your clan in exchange for food.
Well then, this changes things tremendously. 2 nights, that's so little time. There's reason to hope.
But it's not so far.
It's not so far at all. We can
Well,
follow.
Davidius.
I turn to
Sorry, go ahead,
Barenthazar.
Paul.
I turn to Barenthazar. It is this like getting later in the evening as the pyre is starting to burn down now? Okay.
You did say that you were going to wait for hours in order for it to.
Yes, but
But
like
yes.
then you were like, what are they
It's,
doing in the meantime? And like,
Correct. So,
So-
a sufficient amount of time has passed since you lit
Right.
it. It's
it's no
starting
longer
to
a
burn
fire
down.
hazard for the
Yeah,
surrounding area.
it's starting to burn down at this point. Like,
Right.
definitely don't
Fire
leave it alone.
hazard.
You might still start a forest fire, but
All right.
That's what my clan would have wanted. And the entire fucking valley just burned.
everything
Yeah,
needs to
that's
be plain.
how we roll.
Cleanse the valley now.
We shall cleanse and start anew.
No, you said it wrong. We will cleanse and start a moo.
God,
Oh fuck.
fucking damn it!
That was pretty decent though. That was pretty
I want to
decent.
say it. Oh, that glare, that stank eye, that's for you.
So, as soon as I hear that there's any reason at all to hope that maybe somebody else survived, I'll leap up and I'll turn to Domino and Attenmere, and I'll say to them, continue with the scouting mission. Go and see what lies ahead as we continue our travel. I turn to Parenthesar. Go make sure that Rendell and Fidget are well situated in the cart. Get Nyx to help you prepare the cart to continue traveling. I will stay here and make sure that the pyre is the pyre goes down safely, and then I will join you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And I turn to Attenmere
I
and I
run
say,
off towards the cart.
I turn to Attenmere and I say, hand on your shoulder, the other shoulder, and I say,
Just the bird.
yeah,
Protein. No.
yeah, I'm not gonna bash the bird. Hand on the other shoulder, and I say, and I say, thank you for bringing me
Of
hope.
course. Oh, yes, of course. I said I would help guide, and here I am.
It is good to have you along with us. Now, please, continue your mission.
Okay.
I just need to real quick check how fucking long does wild shape last?
Wild shape?
Yeah.
It's
1 times your druid level hours?
No, I thought it was 1/3 of your druid level. Or no, 1 times.
I'm reading the thing. I'm trying to find it.
Or is it 1 hour plus druid level?
I thought it was like.
I guess
Let's
1
just
hour.
consult the oracle.
Yes.
Half my level for
Yeah, see, I didn't.
hours.
I thought it was like not the whole level.
Hmm.
I was getting there.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I
it's half your
have
level. So you can
yes, I have
3 hours.
3 hours
You can
of
volunteer for 3 hours.
life. Do you, Bavidius? Do you? I could probably make some rounds if you want to get ahead and see if I can maybe meet up with them sooner. But I would be out of range of you guys
Sorry,
in
you
order
were
to do
cutting out
so.
there a little bit. Could you repeat that?
Oh, I could attempt to get closer to them, but I would be out of range of the group to do so. But I maybe could
If you can do
do so
so
sooner.
safely, by all means.
No guarantees, but I can try.
Whatever you can find will be helpful.
Okay. Okay, I'll meet up with a. Oh my god, Domino and Renthazar. I did it.
Okay,
My brain exploded.
it's okay. So
I've never called Domino by his real name ever, and like that's the only thing I think of.
all of you begin making your way back towards the cart, where the smell of fire and smoke begins to not dim, but become a lot less strong. And
Yeah.
you guys make your way back into the forest and into the gloom as you guys are very quickly approaching sunset. And the shadows of the trees are beginning to become quite long. And as you make your way back towards the cart, you can see that the horses have been unhitched at this point and just tied to trees on long ropes that allow them to graze a little bit. Um, and Rendell is nowhere to be seen. And Nyx is just sitting in the cart and has set up a bedroll with a little pillow and a little blanket. And she has Fidget just like with his head resting on the pillow and covered entirely with the blanket. And she's just sitting in the cart, leaning with her back against the side, close to his head, and is just sitting there. And as all of you come up, she just says, I'm sorry to have left. I just didn't want him to be alone.
No, that don't be sorry. We understand. But we need to get the cart ready because more of Bovidius's people could still be alive and having to face down that dragon.
She looks up at you, and some of his people might have survived.
As weird as this sounds, Attenmere uh, got the information from a raven.
They're very observant.
Yes.
Um,
Apparently.
she immediately gives you this withering stare.
Listen, we've seen weirder still.
That's not what
Tells
I'm.
me that I might have headed towards the
Sorry.
mountains after the dragon attack.
Don't do that. Don't give him hope.
It's all he
Because
has left.
if we go after that dragon and we find it, and everyone that he's ever known and loved is dead, how do you think he's going to feel?
And that's where we
Don't
come in.
you dare give him hope. Hope just breeds despair.
Unfortunately, now I know. And I have to look.
Then go look. Don't hurt my friends.
Can I examine Fidget?
You absolutely can.
Is he breathing?
No.
Oh,
His
that's a
little
problem.
chest is not moving. He
Yeah, you missed a lot.
is deceased.
He's a little deceased, though.
Just a little. He's mostly dead.
That means he's not all the way dead.
Yeah. It's not the point where you need to go through his pockets. It's
No, it's just the point where we needed to go through mine.
Well, he is clearly well beyond the aid of the power of Bahamut at this point. At least channeled through me. May
Yeah,
you
probably
rest
would've-
in peace, little one.
probably would have helped if you'd been there.
I had
Oh, are we role playing?
He was by the cart.
summons from the Lord. It is grave that I was not available to save him.
In canon, wasn't it me that told Domino and Atmir to wait at the cart?
Yep.
So it's my fault that you weren't there.
You're not here for her to take it out on you.
I know. I'm just making sure.
and she is fully aware that you told him to wait by the cart.
It seemed the situation was underestimated, but we will do our best to make it right moving forward.
Sure. The same way we're doing our best to avenge my mom. The same way we're doing our best to avenge everyone in Stormfell. The same way we're
And
doing
now the
our
clan.
best to avenge all of the druids in that grove. The same way we're doing our best to make sure that people stop fucking dying. We're not doing our best. This can't be our best.
Well, if you want to get off your pillow and roll up your bedroll, you can join us right now and see who we can rescue still from Bovidius's clan.
Well, they're all dead. That dragon toyed with those people. I have seen battlefields. I know when one party is much stronger than the others. It played with them. Like a cat with a bunch of mice. There is no chance. And I don't understand why I'm the only fucking person that sees that.
So what would you have said then?
Sorry, that was a little bit robotic. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you're all robots at this point, by the way.
Oh.
I'm doing my best to pay attention. We're at the
And
robotic
we lost
form of my internet.
Domino.
Oh.
Can we throw up the technical difficulty screen for a second, guys?
You still in Discord?
Hello, everybody. Apologies. Computers are fickle things sometimes.
Applebee's.
So, Attenmere had just said that we have to go look, and Nyx gave him a less than polite invitation to just go do so.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know what you have all been through, but I don't know. If you want to stay here, stay here. It's okay.
I don't know what you want me to say.
We probably could use a extra sword, just in case.
It's a shame I don't have one. I can't leave
Well,
Fidget.
I don't
I
know. I
won't
don't expect anything
leave
from you in particular.
Fidget.
I'm sure Renda will be back. What's more important?
You can't ask her to choose that.
For sure. The living must go on.
They're not. Fine.
Listen, either way, Domino, I get your point, but given the fact that she's already lost her mother, and now the one person other than Bovidius that she cares about and respects. You know, she's validated in her anger towards this because she's right. We're not doing our best. We've been dilly-dallying, and we've been straight up fucking around in a forest, and we right now there's a dragon that needs killing. There's a bitch who wants to bring about the end of the fucking world, and we need to take care of that. So she's right. We're not doing our best, and we need to do better. Nyx, in order to do better, we need to get this cart ready and get it moving so that we can get on track.
Is that an order?
This is Bovidius asking us to do this. He's not ordering us. He's asking us as his friends,
Is
as his family.
that an order?
Yes.
Yes, sir. She hops out of the cart and starts getting it ready.
I help her.
So,
Can I just say that was fucking hot?
Sorry, are we taking the
You
cart
put your fingers
scouting?
down. I was talking to Barenthazar.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
report
Steve.
the
I cut you off.
to myself.
Sorry, Steve. I cut you off twice.
Sorry, I'm confused. Are we taking the cart scouting?
Apparently.
Yeah,
Also,
that
Barenthazar,
confused
please
me
take a point of
too as well.
inspiration.
No. What I had been what I had asked for in front of the pyre was for Attenmere and Domino to carry on scouting the way the Raven had directed, and for
Okay.
Barenthazar to go and get Nyx and Rendell and Fidget and the cart ready to go so that we could all catch up to them.
So everybody took that as we should all go get the cart.
Yep.
Love it.
Well, no, that wasn't my understanding.
I can see
I
that.
was confused as why we're hanging
No,
out
it's
at the
okay.
park.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
all good.
I'm
That
gonna be
generated
honest.
some really great
Admir just saw
RP,
everyone
so, like,
walking, and so he
it's
started
great.
walking too.
I got to yell at everybody instead of just poor Barenthazar.
She doesn't even know me. That was really awkward.
Yeah.
In
She's
fact,
not
the
afraid
only
to yell at
person,
people.
the only being that got out unscathed was Protein.
Yeah.
He shot a glare at Protein at
Poor
one point.
Protein.
Protein's like, like,
I cover his poor. I cover his poor bird ears.
My
Also,
innocence.
Barenthazar, I never noticed how thick your Canadian accent was. When he
Bro,
said
okay.
when he
So
said about,
as all of you begin preparing the cart, Rendell eventually wordlessly makes his way back and just kind of sits in the cart, not looking at Fidget, and doesn't communicate with anybody. It just appears to be looking inward and brooding.
It's a good day for a brood.
so wait, are Domino and I going ahead and scouting, or are we back at the cart? I'm still
I don't
confused.
know.
Yes,
You
let's-
guys are.
Let's do it.
I'm imagining you guys are like
Okay.
awkwardly standing there, like I could. Do you want me to?
Oh, we're just like shooting glances at each other, like,
Yeah.
do you think we should
Every
go?
time they open
Should
their
we
mouth,
stay?
Nick,
Like,
their eye glare at them.
Make like Johnny Daytona and bet.
all right, Domino, I think this is our chance. Let's go scout.
Yes, let's go. Clearly, all the death has really affected them deeply.
I don't blame them. And onward. So, Domino declared he was the scoutmaster. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna roll a number, and this is for a help. I'm gonna do this once. Whatever I roll is the number.
I just keep hearing number.
My help roll is 8 plus my tracking skill.
Well, no. So either you help or you roll. It's not both.
Wait, how does it work in this edition?
You can give
I
him
just get
advantage
plus
with the
2?
help action.
Yeah.
Or
He
you
just
can
has
take
the bonus? Okay, good. Okay, he has the bonus now.
So you can now roll with advantage. Also, what are you doing? Tracking, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
shouldn't the raven fly ahead?
Protein looks at you.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense, I guess. You want to do that, Protein?
Fly? Love fly. Always fly. Like to fly.
Okay, you can scout up there and we'll look for tracks down here.
Protein.
Fucking Pokemon.
Pokemon, and that's all we can use of that.
All right, well, there's an 18.
Nice.
Okay. So, despite the fact that it is incredibly difficult to track something that is capable of flight, particularly for long distances in a small amount of time, you have a reasonably easy time tracking this beast, not because it left traces that are natural to it behind. It left body and blood. And so as you guys get up to one of like a crest over sort of the gently rolling hills, you can see about 400 or 500 feet in the distance is another corpse. And you can see the shadows of birds just scatter off of it as you get close and startle them. Except for one bird who's just sitting.
Well done, Raven.
Protein.
Protein.
Well done,
Same as
Protein. Examine the body.
Yeah, so you roll this individual over and it appears to be a younger minotaur. The rest of the minotaurs were muscular and tall, like 6 or 7 or 8 feet. And this one appears to be a little bit more lean, a little bit shorter. The horns aren't as long. This appears to be a younger minotaur, and you can see by the large bloody gashes across the front of his chest, he did not die quickly.
Oh, this appears to be a genocide. May your soul find its way to the seven heavens by the honor of Bahamut. Let us move on, and we will tell Bovidius when we return to put this soul on a funeral pyre as well.
All right. Do you
So-
think she was right? Do you think I should have told Bovidius?
What now?
Do you think she was right? Do you think I shouldn't have told Bovidius that maybe some survives? Should I have told everyone else? Not him?
No, you did the right thing in telling him.
I just
That's
more than just
valuable
Bovidius.
information. It offers some hope. Let's hope we're not wrong.
I agree. Protein, we're off again.
Protein.
This fucking bird. I love it. He's a good bird.
All right. Well, you said there was a clearing,
levity. Mm-hmm.
so it's easier to follow the bird
Yeah.
than tracking at this point.
Yeah. So you see that Protein flies for about 600 or 700 more feet before he like dips below the grass.
We'll follow.
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way in that direction. And after a couple minutes of walking, you come upon another corpse of another Minotaur. This one appears to be older. The muscles are lean, not because they haven't developed yet, but because they have developed and have begun to regress. And the horns on this individual Minotaur are long to the point where they're almost twisting back around. And the goatee on the chin is long, and all of the hair on this Minotaur is beginning to be mottled with gray and white. And there's just a hole through his chest.
A hole, you say?
A hole!
Elder. This is not good. We're finding a trail of death and destruction.
Well, it's confusing. It's single body, single body. What's around? Is there evidence of dragon? Or no?
So there are areas, like, there seems to be just areas of trampled grass around where these bodies lie. Can you roll me a nature check?
I have a backup plan for when this fails. Let me find my nature. Hold on. Okay. My nature is a +4. That's embarrassing for a druid. Go ahead. Boy. Good thing I have a backup plan. 10.
Okay. Just like a single word just kind of flutters through your mind. Hunted.
Yeah. I don't
Rolled a
think
10.
it's a dragon. I think maybe they were chased down by someone, something.
Well, the last one showed claw marks.
But this one, he gestures at the hole. What do you make of that?
I think it got pierced by its tail.
I think I'll roll a medicine check. Beep. Hey, 23.
So this wound was caused by a single massive puncture of something that is extremely hard and durable, and slightly curved. It appears to be a very large claw of some sort.
Be anyone's claw. It's gonna be a dragon. Okay, it's probably a dragon. Okay.
And it didn't go through his chest. It actually... He got stabbed in the back.
Hmm. Oh.
With a 23.
What was the other body? The first body?
The first body was like a younger minotaur.
How, like baby? Like
No, not baby. But
Adolescent.
maybe, yeah, an adolescent or a teen. Minotaurs grow very fast, so for you to determine how old that minotaur was would be quite difficult. But you could guess like a young, like a teenager. So from the age of 13 to 19.
quite young one followed by an old one stabbed in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think they fleed. They fleed in panic. And always the young and the elderly are the easiest to dispatch of. So let's hope the stronger ones have survived. Muhammad's blessings. Let's move on.
Yes.
So as you get to the top of another hill that just sort of gently rolls through this plain, you can see 600 feet, 1,200 feet, 1,800 feet. There are flattened areas of grass, and you can see that there are bodies just discarded every 600 or so feet. This was meticulous.
Oh boy.
Wait, there are bodies every so often, like on purpose?
Yep.
Like I can tell it's on purpose?
Most people don't leave bodies by accident.
No, but I mean like
Oh, shit! Who left a corpse?
No, I thought
in the
you
trunk
meant at
again?
I thought you meant like at like equal intervals or something, like a fucking
It's
serial
around
killer.
600 or so feet. Like, it's not down to the inch, but this seems to be like it landed, killed whoever it caught, launched, caught someone else, killed them, launched, caught someone
Okay,
else,
but
killed
it's
them.
not like they've left a gingerbread crumb of Minotaur.
Well, I mean, that's not entirely inaccurate either.
Okay.
Breadcrumb trail is exactly what I was hearing.
Yeah.
Boy. Maybe have Protein fly ahead and see if there's any, if she can locate any survivors at all.
Protein, do you feel safe doing that?
You want words? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, if you're sure, but if any danger, come back.
Okay. Protein.
What does Protein's magical eyes see?
You can't.
Nice.
Oh no, I can't
You
do that.
don't.
I'm not
You
the
won't
other
know.
character.
Yeah, you won't know until Protein comes back.
Shoot. I should have.
It's not your familiar.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
There is totally a spell though where you can. It's like
Yeah, I didn't
beast
take
sense
it.
or something.
Yeah.
You have a couple. You have like Animal Friend. You have like, I think one's just called Animal Companion or something. I know you can do like Animal Friendship. Anyway, Domino, do you just want to wait here until Protein returns?
Yeah, I mean, unless we want to examine the bodies, I think it's best to wait here. Can you do like clairvoyance or something with that bird? Aren't you one with nature?
There are many many aspects to nature, and I forgot.
Hmm.
He'll be back. It'll
He'll
be
be
fine.
back.
I have nothing but faith in protein.
So, how long do you wait for protein to return?
I fucking hate you. Better not be dead.
At
How
least a
long?
turn. At
Do you
least a
wait?
turn.
6 whole seconds. Okay.
Let's give him like what's a reasonable amount of time before you get worried? 15 minutes is like a non-worried amount of time.
Okay.
Isn't a turn 10 minutes?
No, 6.
It's usually about
Yeah.
10 minutes in real time.
A round is 6 seconds.
Oh yeah, no, the turn is also 6 seconds because it's everyone's
it's
round in a
just-
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone knows it's everyone's turn in whatever. It's pedantic.
10 minutes.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. Okay. So I have to do some really quick math because
10 minutes.
We wait 10 minutes.
screw it. Yeah. So after 15 minutes, you hear the of protein, and he just like lands on top of your head. Just kind of looks at you upside down. Hello, protein.
I hand protein a good berry. Hello.
He like eats it. Pit. Meat.
You don't like good berries?
Ravens eat meat.
I thought they also ate
Oh.
like berries and nuts, don't
They're
they?
omnivores.
I don't think so. I think they're full. Or like mostly. Hold on.
No, it's okay. We can
Believe
find
they're
protein, some
omnivorous.
protein. It's all right.
Are they omnivorous?
I believe so.
That's what
Oh,
I have
I thought
always
so.
been led to believe.
No, I think crows are omnivorous. I'm not sure.
Part
if
of their
ravens are.
success as a species is due to their omnivorous diet. They're extremely versatile
Okay,
and
so
opportunistic.
they're just big crows. Got
Yep.
it.
Well, they're all part of the corvid
Okay.
family.
So yeah, he eats the berry. Sorry.
Nice.
But would rather have
And the
me.
finger
Who
holding
would
it.
rather have
But would
meat?
rather have meat.
He's just
That's
a picky,
understandable.
He's a picky asshole. He wants protein.
Oh, absolutely.
We will get protein, some
He
protein.
wants
Especially
his
when there's
goddamn
a corpse
namesake.
probably like 10 feet from you.
I'm sure he wouldn't miss it. Oh, he doesn't have toes. Never mind.
No. Poor Uncle Derek.
No, yeah, so he eats the berry. This is thank you,
You're welcome. What did you find?
cow people.
Alive?
Dead?
All dead.
Oh.
Food.
Well,
Every so often, towards Mountain Pass,
What do you mean
okay.
every so
you
often?
see
is the
other
mountain path?
birds circle.
We have to go to the mountain pass, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
All right, well,
Um, Okay. Well, I'll give some of my meat rations to the bird since bird demanded it.
He eats it greedily.
Nice. Well,
Bird's pretty handy. Maybe we can keep him around.
He's a good boy.
he agreed to for a little while, but he can always choose to leave. If you're going to return, I could keep scouting on ahead.
No, we shouldn't separate that much. I think we have to go to the mountain pass anyways. It's best that we gather the rest of the party, inform them of the dire circumstances, and then head to the mountain pass and clean up the carnage as we go. I think that would be best. Plus, it's getting dark.
If you're sure. And then, like, non-mechanically we'll explain that, like, I have 2 uses of wild shape that could last for a total of 6 hours, and I can turn into a giant eagle and cover, like, 3 times as much ground if you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Why don't you meet me back at the cart then?
Okay, sure. That sounds good. I can do, like, 3 hours or 3 hours back. Okay. Protein, do you want to come with me or do you want to go back with them?
Protein.
You do you,
Yes.
baby.
You guys could fly together. How fun would that be?
You can fly?
I can
I love
fly.
to fly. Can we fly?
Sure.
Protein.
Okay. I will turn into... What are my shapes?
He's so
Giant.
cute. I love him. So,
Yeah,
Admir,
eagle. It's
I have a
eagle.
very important question for you before you fly 3 hours towards
Yeah.
the mountain pass. Are you sure?
How do you define sure? Like, I'm gonna do it, but
Okay.
doesn't mean I think it's correct.
Are you sure means are you gonna do it?
Oh. You know what? We're gonna play to the character. I'm gonna cast augury. I want to get a feel for if this is a bad or a good decision. Do you need me to pull up augury?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the wheel or woe one?
Yeah, it is.
Is augury a druid spell?
I am a druid of the stars, baby.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So Attenmere is going to feel that he would. He's gonna pull out his star map. That's right, the star map, and he's going to commune with the star map. It's his necklace. It has like they're like rings, and they have actual like you have like the different. You can have them in your room, and you shine the light through them, and it does the constellations on the ceiling.
Mhm.
And it's different depending on where you are on the world, right? It's like that, but they're a necklace. Anyway, okay, so blah, 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 blah. So I consult with that. The GM chooses from the following possible outcomes: wheel for good, woe for bad, wheel and woe for both. Nothing if if it's nothing. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances might change the outcome, such as the additional casting of spells that are lost to gain a companion. Yeah, I divine whether or not me flying towards the mountain is a good idea. I'll link the actual spell because it's very like esoteric.
Okay. So, as you open your star chart and begin to look to the sky for the answers that you seek, there is one particular constellation that seems to jump out at you a little bit more than the rest of them, and that is the constellation of Corvus.
Okay. Is that one that exists? Because I had like made a bunch because I couldn't really find any. What is
I looked up
Corvus?
a real constellation.
Oh, okay.
Corvus would be the crow.
I can
Corvus
link
is
you my made up constellations after.
sure. Because, I don't have enough to remember. All right.
Never mind.
So
Continue.
Corvus is famously the constellation that is associated with death.
It's non-conclusive. It might just mean I
It
could
sounds
find
like
death.
woe to me.
It could be both. Okay. We're not gonna do it. I after consulting the chart, Atten will turn to Domino gravely and say that on second thought, I think I'll stay with you.
Best use of
Okay.
augury I have ever seen.
What about protein?
Protein.
Protein's
All right.
still here.
I like the bird. Let's all go
He's like-
back to the cart.
Circling around you guys. Fly? Are we gonna fly? You gonna fly?
Maybe flying a little bit.
Aw. He like sets on your arm.
I'm sorry. I don't want you to die though.
Protein.
All right, back to the cart.
So the card.
So you guys walk back to the cart with your slightly dejected raven. Bavidius, at this point, the pyre has gotten to the point where you're confident that if you did decide to end your vigil and leave it the way that it is, it would not be detrimental to the landscape around it.
I'll stand up at that point then, and I'll address the fallen one more time and say, brothers, sisters, I thought I would be waiting here until you were fully gone, but there's a chance, even if it is only a small one, that some may yet be saved. I know you will find your way. Fare thee well. And I'm gonna put some hustle in my step and get back to the cart.
So as you turn away from the pyre, or what remains of the pyre, the first thing that you see is an abnormally large raven that is sitting about 15 or so feet behind you, just on the edge of the tree line, and it appears to be watching you with unblinking eyes. Before it just takes off and disappears into the night.
Insight check?
Do you want to insight check a bird?
Yeah, why not? It's not gonna be
Sure.
good.
It's not a real bird.
It's just very not good. It's a natural one.
You were moving, and birds birds' eyes are attracted to movement.
All right, well, thinking absolutely nothing of it, I proceed
Yep.
back to the cart.
Okay.
Damn, that's a weird bird.
That's a
I mean,
very
there's a
big
bunch of
bird.
ravens around here. It's not out of the ordinary at all.
Yeah, but like that's a very big bird.
That was a big bird.
Where's the Snuffleupagus?
So,
Snuffle up against this.
at this point, Barenthazar, you and Nyx have managed to get the horses hooked up to the cart, and the one particular like, he's super sassy, that fucking stallion.
Fuck that
You
sassy
had a
horse.
bit of a problem with him, but other than that, you guys are almost ready to go. And Nyx has not said a word to you since
So
you
I
gave
haven't
her
said,
that.
I haven't tried to say a word to her either.
Yep. So you guys just work in tense, strained silence.
I agree with you, you know.
Oh, really? Didn't seem like it.
I agree with you in the fact that they shouldn't have told him. I don't agree with you in the fact that we should just give up.
I didn't say anything about giving up.
No, but it's your attitude. You right there. And I'm sorry I snapped at you, but I needed to get those two doing what they're doing, and getting you going was the only way I could do that.
What do you want from me?
Look, I don't expect you to trust me, not with everything you've been through.
Good.
But I'm here for Bavidius because I've served with him. Hey, he is the closest thing I have to family.
I could say exactly the same.
I don't want his hopes up, and trust me, when it comes to Fidget in there, we're going to go to the ends of the earth to get him back. If anyone can, and I feel if anyone can do it, from what I've seen, Rendell can.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. Hope just breeds despair.
I know. I had hope once. Never again. Now all I trust in is the Weaver. And even that fails me sometimes. But you gotta keep going. Because, like it or not, those people, dead or alive, doesn't matter. We got a dragon to kill so it doesn't kill any more people. And that bitch that ripped out your throat, well, trust me when I say I will go to any means to help you get some vengeance on that. They took a bunch of things from you. You haven't quite near, and I don't, as far as I can tell, you haven't quite nearly squared that debt. And I will help any way I can, whether you trust me or not.
Well, at least we agree on one thing.
How much of this conversation do I hear as I walk up?
The last sentence that Nick says. So you walk up just as Nick says, but if you hurt him, Rendell's going to have another fucking body to resurrect.
I just look at her, I won't.
And at this point, like real horror movie, just like the snout and the eyes and the horns of a very
It's
tall
got that
minotaur
full, like,
appear
refraction in the
directly
back of his...
over Berethazar's head, kind of glaring at Nyx. But
I
then
feel
I
the
step
presence,
in.
and I'm like,
Then I step into the
uh,
firelight, and the horror movie thing is over, and it's just like it's just me.
I feel your presence, and before you get to say anything, Major, don't worry, it's handled.
Nyx
Her and
instinctually
I have an
glares just
understanding.
at the movement, and then her eyes soften as she realizes that it's you.
Seems tense up here. Is everything okay between you two?
It will be.
Very well. We have to get moving. And I look over to Nyx, and I'm gonna make an insight check on Nyx.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
And there's the opposite natural. That is a 23.
Oh, no. I don't think...
I love how the
What do
only
you...
two rolls that we've had tonight from me have been a nat 1 and a nat 20.
What are you trying to read on her? Because I don't think she can roll higher than that.
Yeah, I don't think she can either. I mean,
I'm
I'm
not even
just
gonna bother.
like I see
Let's see
the
how
tension.
badly she fails, though. Let's see how much you can read this. 5. It's all over her fucking face. What do you want?
I'm just gonna turn to her and I'm gonna say, "You don't like what they told me, do you?"
No, sir, I don't.
I am not a fool to jump at any spark of hope as if it is a guarantee. Hope is never a guarantee of anything. But hope needs to be the fire. Or, sorry, hope needs to be the spark that lights a fire inside of us to pursue whatever that aim may be. And right now, it has sparked in me the ability to get off that field and try and find even one that might still be out there. Are you with me?
Of course.
Then let's get this cart rolling. One way or another. Whatever's on the other side of him. We have a dragon to kill. Shields! Form up!
So, Nyx immediately snaps to attention.
As do I.
I give them a salute, and we get these damn horses moving.
The stallion kind of snorts and.
I give that
I just
stallion
give
a
it a
withering
don't
glare that it has never seen in its life.
The stallion
You
gives
see the
like
ears, like,
a
the eyes
nice
go
funny
wide and the ears
salute.
go a little bit back, like, oh.
I'm gonna lead the cart. We're not going straight back onto the path. We're kind of taking a tack around so that we can try to intercept Domino and Attenmere in their return path.
Okay. And yeah, as you guys pull the cart out of the trees, you can see the outlines in the darkness of Domino and Attenmere.
All right,
And
we'll start
Protein.
heading towards them. And Protein.
And Protein.
And
I just met him and I love him.
so yeah, we'll meet up with the group.
Okay.
We it's not good.
How many did you find?
Your worst fears, our worst fears are imagined.
How many did we find? We found 2 personally.
But from what you could see, there were at least 4 more.
Okay.
At least 6.
Oh, so definitively 6. Yeah, at least 6.
Seems the dragon left a trail of destruction, almost like a genocide.
Thank you for the raid, Cthulhu GOS. Welcome. Uh, uh, so I'm gonna turn back to Domino as he says that, and I'm gonna say, I've been calling it a beast, but dragons are known to be intelligent creatures. If, as you said earlier, this one is attempting to poke and prod and make things personal against me, then
It
perhaps
almost
this
felt like we
is
were being led somewhere.
precisely. It wants us to go to a certain place. It wants to find us in a certain bottleneck, chokehold, some kind of trap. We will outsmart him. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Well, it
with you.
seems our fate lies at the mountain pass, because that's where the bodies lead.
There's a rather strong doom in their stars. Whatever is in the mountain.
We must go into those mountains one way or the other. For that is where
Of course,
our mission
everyone
lies.
should know.
Thank you for consulting the stars. We may yet need their guidance again. Let us all keep our eyes open and our wits about us.
Sir.
I'll start leading the cart. I'm gonna follow the trail of bodies at least nominally for the time being.
Okay. Even the stallion seems to have caught the seriousness of your tone, and you have no issues leading the cart in the direction that you need it to go.
Protein and I will double bird it up.
Protein.
We're gonna go with Raven and not Giant Eagle because
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if
decided
you
that would be,
if you turned into a giant eagle, you would realize, much to your chagrin, that you cannot speak to Protein anymore.
well, that and also it would be weird.
It would,
It's like
yeah.
an eagle and Raven
You don't
chilling.
need to
you know?
make Protein feel small. That's like, it's just mean.
Yeah, I don't want to body shame
Yeah, you
Protein.
jerk.
No body shame Protein. You just met him. He's a good
His
boy.
games are valid.
His games are valid. Yeah. He does all of the days. Leg day, beak day, wing day, all the days.
Terrifying bird-like day.
Jeez.
He just hops around. That's leg day. Just him hopping.
So cute.
Squirrel. He's so cute. Okay, so as you guys take the cart and begin to follow the trail of death, the breadcrumbs of the massacre that continued in the direction where you were supposed to go. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to do before we call this session to a close? All right.
Whoop.
That seems like a pretty good place to end the session to me.
Okie
Oh.
dokie.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this episode of Melody of the Maelstrom. If you like what you see, be sure to check out all of the other streams on this channel as well. We have Operation Aegis, which happens on Tuesday and is a Lancer campaign. And then we have our Mortal Enemies of Falskallen Knights, and their stream occurs on Wednesdays. And I absolutely encourage you to go watch that stream and, I don't know, maybe redeem all your channel points and make them do a bunch of things, because that sounds like a super huge amount of fun for us.
Right?
Thank you to our sponsors of D&D Beyond and FX May Vary. Make sure you check out our Patreon. Mama Bear, we still love you. You're amazing. You're doing a great job. And we also have a merch page that you can go to. And does anybody have any shows or anything coming up like that, music-wise?
Nope.
Nope.
Fully illustrated music video coming out very soon. And when I do, I will post the link for everybody that's watching.
Terrific.
Sounds
We'll
good.
make sure that gets in the
Right.
Dire Bear Discord there in the bulletin board area.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that, if you're still here, you're one of the real ones, and you're also one of our favorites because you watched through the whole ending thing. Yeah, no, we like you the best. Don't tell anybody else, but you're... And, the most important thing, the most useful thing that all of you can do is tell everybody about the stream. Share a link, you know? You print off the Twitch link and just post it in the wall of every bathroom that you go into for the next month.
Mail
Put
it
it
to
in-
your
put it
member of
in-
parliament.
Put it in your mail it to your local member of parliament.
Make a QR code out of it and just have people scan it.
Yeah, make a QR
not
code and then
illegal.
like lick it and stick it to people's foreheads as you're going through the subway.
That's illegal.
Put it in your super tense family chat where you guys are trying to figure out which day you want to have Thanksgiving on and nobody's coming to an agreement. You know, that kind of stuff definitely helps our stream. But also all of you just being here and watching and rating us also definitely helps with the stream. And we appreciate and love every single one of you. So with that, we will see all of you in 2 weeks' time for the next episode of Melody of the Maelstrom. Have a good evening.
Have you ever fought a dragon and stormed its mountain lair? Have you ever killed a vampire and seen the evil in its lair? Have you ever sought adventure and couldn't find it anywhere? Well, here's the answer to your call. We're gonna die of it. Rah!